us how it is shaping to be. The Constitution is supposed to guide us. Our government is taking it away and trying to deprive us. Our kids are taken every day by CPS agents looking for prey. They don't give a damn about the Constitution. We have found the one and only solution. There's a couple people you should know. Tiff and the Punisher is the show. They wanna stop CPS from stealing our kids, fighting beside us and trying to guide us. Tiff has a heart of gold. She blasts these caseworkers when they are wrong. She beats them down with her knowledge, better than the kids who are in college. The Punisher's abolished all the way. He's been here 4 years, they took his daughter away. He came from the darkness he was in. Now it's time to make parenting great again. Together they are making a commotion, telling all the parents use the Constitution potion. You have rights, did you know? Learn to use them on Tiff and Punisher show. We all admit the times are hard. No little children in the front yard. Tiff and Punisher are fighting so hard. They're waging war, on their side is God. They don't stop if they get in trouble. They fighting for the children, double trouble. The strength they need, they get from each other. They have each other's back like sister and brother. They are Tiff and the Punisher, saving the families from corruption. They want you to join their movement, no repercussion. You need to learn that thing called the Constitution. Inside that document is our solution. CPS, we have your number. We are coming for you, hear our thunder. Your fate is sealed, have a nice day. You won't break another family. No more trauma for kids, that's like blasphemy. Keep your thoughts to your own ideals. Soon enough you'll be clicking your heels. Because you need to go to jail. All of us fathers will be chugging down an ale. The mothers will squeeze their young ones tight, as CPS workers are locked down for the night. They had a choice they didn't make. Now they spend their days in crates. They should know it's wrong to kidnap. So from all of us, this is your payback. Here's a couple people you should know. Tiff and the Punisher is their show. They wanna stop CPS from stealing our kids, fighting beside us and trying to guide us. Tiff has a heart.
Family is the most important thing we have.
It's about time we stand up for the kids.
And the kids who are in college. The Punisher's abolished all the way. He's been here 4 years, they took his daughter away. He came from the darkness he was in. Now it's time to move.
They are taking our kids every day. I shout them in and no one has a thing to say. For those who have been isolated, don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallet. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them. But when they come, your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeve. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You no longer will steal our kids this way. Tiff and the Punisher have come for the calling. They are giving us the CPS warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She is tired of our kids being taken, god damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. The Punisher is screaming out loud, abolish CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids, pictures held up like thin tags. Together we are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with high speed. We will do so much being together. Birds of a feather flock together. So watch out CPS, here we come. Picking you one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. Give us back the kids you have taken. Tiff and the Punisher sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows, and the only games you play are on Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. You judges need to learn what you stand for. This is Tiff and the Punisher warrior, and we cry out to all of you out there. We hope for the cause that many don't care. All children are being swept away too often. So CPS, we plan on doing the stop. Stop.
Hi, everybody. I guess Darren will be on in a few minutes. I know we were having some technical difficulties earlier. I swear to God, YouTube is hitting us hard. They don't like the message we're sending out. And yes, happy Friday. Yeah. The second song is my theme song on my phone. So yeah, I'm proud of that song, even though Darren wrote it. Hey, Darren.
Holy smokes! I don't know what the hell just went on there. This is quite a morning.
I just said that they're messing with us.
This is crazy. I can't believe it. And I don't want to say anymore. Cricket, how are we doing? Kelly O wants to know how your meeting went, Tiff.
Oh. So I feel like every meeting that I'm in, I'm always the problem child, right? Because I have so much to say about this issue, and people just don't care to hear what I have to say because it's the truth. So let me tell you how my meeting went. Darren, you register, please. So it wasn't with the governor per se. It was with somebody that works with the governor. So they started pulling up all these charts, and I'm in the western part of Virginia. And I already knew this. We are the biggest problem here. Our part of Virginia is the biggest problem, which I already knew. So I had to chime in, and this is what I said. I said, yes, I'm in that part. I'm in Western Virginia, and we have CPS people um, lying, falsifying drug tests, falsifying information, and there's no accountability. So
Mhm.
I absolutely agree with that. And I said, just so you know, I am the local NAACP redress
Holy smokes.
that area, and we are investigating CPS, and everybody's faces drop, but that's okay. Um, and then these people do not just I'm stop. Just like Sylvia said, they do not have to have anything but a bachelor's degree.
It's crazy.
So I chime in again and I say, I have run many social workers, and I have. You can run them through the National Association of Social Workers, and if they're not affiliated with them, that's a problem. I said here in Virginia, because we're talking about Virginia, if they want to be a social worker, they must be mandatory or mandated to register with them because they do hold them accountable because they have to pay each month. I said, just like the attorneys, they have to be with the bar. And another lady chimed in and said, you're absolutely right. That's a good point, Tiffany. The lawyers want to get paid. And if CPS or whatever want to get paid, they need to become part of this organization, which they do. And I told them because I found out that I was on with residential people, right? Like, and they're a little pissed too because they're placing children in Virginia in these hospitals, and they are like, we're not a permanency plan, right? We don't want institutionalized children. And these people came from other states, and they're like, when Commonwealth says they are
Right.
Commonwealth, they really mean a gung ho. And I'm like,
Right.
right. Um, it's just terrible. We need oversight, and I told them that. I said we need oversight because they can't police themselves, right?
Mhm.
Like we need people, somebody like me. I didn't say me. I said somebody like me, a
Yeah.
police officer, a judge, a lawyer. That's what we need. So if they want to remove a child, they need to come and explain to us why the child was removed. I said
Mhm.
because they're stealing children for no reason other than
Yeah.
stupidity.
Did you say stealing?
Yeah, and I kind of pissed a lot of people off, but like I told them, I wasn't trying to
Who
offend
cares?
anybody.
Well, who cares if you did? Because you know what? It's the fucking truth. So who cares if you pissed them off or not? Who gives a shit? Maybe they went home and maybe that will stick in their head because you said these things, and they'll be like, "This lady had the audacity to say stealing in our meeting. Can you believe this? Just stealing kids?" And maybe, just maybe, tonight when they're drinking their wine and eating Xanax that's prescribed to them, because they're not drug addicts, they're just regular old people, but they get their stuff legally, so they still get their kids on their Friday night drug and alcohol benders that they go on. Maybe they'll talk about it and maybe they'll bring something up and remember the fact that these kids are being stolen. They're not being taken from homes and put in better places. They're being freaking stolen.
Yeah, and then they brought up this chart about, I think it was like 33% of children who are unlived. Okay, that's what we're going to say because I don't
Mhm.
like those other words.
Yeah.
And that's how I said it. I said, are we talking about children who are with their parents and this happens or foster care? Well, nobody could answer that because they didn't go that deep. She's like, that's a really good question. Yeah, because the answer really truly is 600 times likely to be unlived in foster care versus being at home with the parent.
Yeah.
That's the
Mhm.
truth.
Yeah. It is.
Then they brought up another chart about permanency. So I chimed in again. I said, I really don't think that parental rights is the answer. Okay, we should not be stripping parental rights. I am an advocate for fictive kin and kinship because these kids need to know their medical history, who their family is. I said I've read many stories of children whose rights were their parents' rights were terminated, which means the children's rights to the parents were terminated, and they grow up after they're adopted because if they have siblings, they're separated and they're marrying each other. This is not
Yeah,
right.
that's huge. Or what if they have some sort of family disease or some sort of something, or cancer or whatever, something runs in your blood that you need to know these things. They got to know this stuff, and uh,
It's absurd. So
mhm.
then they want these people to make more money. I didn't chime in on that because I'm going to tell you why.
Whoa, who wants to make who more money?
Darren, sign up. I'm telling you. So they want more money. I didn't chime in because I know damn well I would have pissed everybody off. Absolutely not. If they were doing the right thing, I would be advocating for them,
Mm.
right? I already advocated and got the help get the lawyers here a raise when they take these cases and they haven't done a fucking thing. I'm not
Should we
advocating for
really
any
be
more
talking?
pay.
Should we really be talking about making the people that are doing the work for these kids making them more money? Like, should that even be an issue on the table here? You've got kids that are sleeping in offices of DHS workers. They don't even have enough people to take these damn people. And I swear to God, the next person that calls me, I'm going to slam through the wall. You have kids that aren't, like they're going through 30 foster homes. They're not even getting comfortable places to be at in their lives. And they're like, can we get a raise here? Because we're not making enough money. We're not making enough. Nah, nah, nah. While these kids are sitting there suffering, that their lives are being destroyed, their families' lives are being destroyed, all because they made a goddamn decision one morning when their boyfriend was pissed off at them and they left for work or they're having their period. So they decided that you weren't fit enough to be a parent that day. And that's really what this boils down to, that they have too much goddamn power with not enough oversight, with not enough anything. And this is what is leading to these TPRs. Oh, this family's too hard for me to deal with. TPR.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
that's something
that's
else I
really it.
said. I said, why are we taking children away from parents who do not have to comply and refuse to comply? Next thing you know, there's a removal order because the family's hard to deal with.
Mm. Yep.
So, they didn't like me, but that's okay because I
Look
don't
at that.
care.
Look at what Alicia says. Alicia says she was in shelters, so often as a child, waiting for foster homes. Now, they went from a damn house and a family that maybe there was some yelling and arguing and maybe a mild manner of abuse or whatever that was taking place there as far as physical and everything. But I'm not advocating for abuse. However, what I will say is this: I'm sure that these kids wish that they were still in their damn homes if they weren't getting beaten to a pulp and bloodied and all of that stuff. I'm not advocating for any of that or molested, any of that stuff. I don't mean it like that. But these kids that had mild to no abuse or any of that stuff, I'm sure that they would have rather been in their home instead of sitting in a shelter or sitting somewhere else. This is ridiculous, because this is becoming more or less about the parents and their activities than it is the treatment of the children. They're using that damn crystal ball concept to get children. And what I always say with that is, oh, well, down the road, it could be this, this, and this. Yeah, well, you could fucking walk out of the house right now, and the school bus hits you and my kid, and you guys both die. And you guys didn't see that coming, did you? So look what you did now. You know what I mean? It could be the same thing, and I don't mean that lightly, but I'm being very serious. So that's so stupid that they use this whole, in the future shit, and what they're doing is they're putting the parents under the microscope instead of putting under the microscope the actions and the way that the parents actually parent. Because like how often would everybody here that watches us and everything did the GALs come and see you actually interact with your child? For what period of time did people see you interact with your children? Now, I know that for me, it was about 15 minutes in a over, like a visit in a scenario that wasn't even like what normally would be at the homestead. It was a freaking scenario of a caseworker or a person watching us in visitation, for 5 or 10 minutes, and that was it. I would bring eggs because love to cook scrambled eggs. So every time I went there, we would cook, and we'd go in their little kitchen and we'd go back there and we'd cook and do that stuff and yada, yada, yada. And she stayed there for about 5 minutes that one time and then left. And that was the extent of the guardian ad litem visiting me and Nina and watching our interactions with each other. And then this woman can write a 50-page report about us and all of this type shit when, like, it's just asinine and it's ridiculous. And this doesn't happen. And this is just all bullshit. I just can't even believe that this stuff actually exists. I can't believe that we can actually have a podcast and have so many people that have to voice out about it, and that so many people are dealing with this exact same situation or scenarios, and so many people are even fighting for the same causes and all of this, and so much does not get done, or so little changes have been made over 30 years. It is absolutely mind-boggling that in 30 years we've seen the rise, and this rise commit to even being more of a rise, because it really has been over the last 30 years, since the late 80s and then into the 90s with Bill Clinton and them doing the ASFA stuff and all of that. And then it just skyrocketed. I believe it skyrocketed after the Elian Gonzalez stuff, when they put that poor kid on the front of the Time paper with a guy with a gun in his hand, taking him away from his parents, when nobody in America spoke up and said, wow, look at what they're doing to break apart the family. And that was Janet Reno and Bill Clinton and all of their thing to go, let's start taking these kids because they're going to fund this. And they just went off with it. And since then, nobody has even looked back. And here's the crazy thing. Where is this number coming from? This 450,000, 500,000. Why is this a 100-year-old number? But anyway, sorry, go ahead. So,
I watch a lot of documentaries, right? When I can. I'm watching this documentary. Okay, if in the 70s now, this is no lie. In the 70s, apparently there was a law in the United States that women could not wear miniskirts. Okay.
I don't blame them in the 70s.
Yeah, but listen, all these people, including men, were wearing miniskirts down on the mall. So they got the law changed. Stop. That women could wear miniskirts. Why can't we get the same amount of people to do the same shit in every state, right? If everybody's so tired of it, right? Like, we're tired of it, right? That's why we're speaking out about it. And plus, we don't care if they retaliate. What are you going to do to me? They're not going to do shit.
They can tar and feather you.
Well, good luck. They got to catch me first.
Yeah, you're not as fast as you used to be, but just remind you of that.
I know. But they know better.
Right.
But if we can fight over a damn miniskirt.
Yeah, I know it. I know.
Why aren't we fighting just as hard for other people's kids, right? If they don't want to stand up, then everybody just sit the fuck down, because guess what? At the end of the day, there's not a lot of people out here doing this. And if they are, they're not doing it right. They're not giving the right information. They're marching your ass right in there, and you're falling right into trap. I'm irritated.
Yeah. Look at how many people
stupid.
Right. Look at how many people come out to fight for the addictomy surgeries and these kids getting this gender mutilation. Look at how many people are outraged about that. You have governors and states being like, oh, gender mutilation. Let the kid decide to get their penis chopped off. It's okay. We're trying to say, don't steal kids. And people are like, well, I ain't touching that. Jesus Christ. Don't you dare, talk like that. Talk about them stealing kids. Who do you think you are? Hey, chop his penis off. Woo! Yeah, go for it. Burn a shot. What the fuck is wrong with people, man? Jesus Christ.
I'm just so irritated, right? Like, you want our help, not you per se, but people want our help.
Yeah.
But then they don't want to do the work. And this is what I tell them. I don't have a dog in your fight per se. Okay. Right. I'm not just for you. I'm for all of everybody. I've already done the work. I'm not going to tell you to do something that I haven't already done. If it didn't work, we're not doing it. If it worked, we're doing it. If you don't execute it, I can no longer be responsible for you not getting your kids back.
Right. Well, you're not responsible from the gates, but yeah, you're right. Absolutely. It's not your game that they're playing. If they're not going to play your game the right way, then there's no game to play. You're not taking responsibility for that. I understand that. Absolutely. And that's the thing, is there are so many parents out there, and we hear it a lot, that they're not willing to put the work in for themselves. I mean, and down to look, we don't get paid for this stuff, and I don't want to rag about that. I'm not saying that to be like, all right, everybody. Speaking of that, though, we do super chat on YouTube now. So if you guys want to drop some super chats in, we will gladly accept them. If you do that, and it will help run the station and our lives. So check out the super chats on the YouTube. If you guys are watching it through YouTube, you can definitely do that. But anyway, back to what we were saying. Like most of us advocates don't make money for what we do, and we just commit a lot of time, and it's a lot of time in our lives for this. And you know what? Most of us, about our better halves, give us hell about it because we spend more time working on your lives than we do on our own. Because we'll be honest here, or at least I will be. Our lives aren't fucking peaches and cream. See that? My flag just fell down. So our lives aren't peaches and cream here, and I would spend more time working on something for someone else than I would. My wife just wants me to watch a movie with her or something, but I can't because I'm busy doing this, and it causes problems. So like, and then to hear you be like, "Well, I couldn't fill out that paper last night because I was busy." Busy doing what? What was more important than your freaking child? When I'm getting a divorce over here because I'm fighting for your kid, and you can't do it because why? What's your excuse? There should not even be an excuse. If number one, because you're fighting for your kid, and number two, because someone's doing it for free and fighting harder than those assholes in those bench seats and the chairs and all this stuff that are getting paid boku bucks to go against you. So, think about that when these people are offering you your help, and don't be rude and that's just awful. You've got to have your own leg in the fire here, otherwise it's not going to work. Period. But on the other side too, if your advocate tells you to do something, do it. Unless, of course, you think it's wrong, and then don't do it. This is for educational purposes only.
um well, we're having put the flyer back up. We're having an educational seminar slash rally. I'm going to be
See
in
how rude she
person.
was right there, guys? Did you hear that? Put the fire back up.
Darren is so tired of taking
Damn.
fucking orders at him. Mary, I'm so sorry.
She's not even around anymore. There it is. Here's the flyer. Flyer's up.
So we're gonna teach you, or try and teach you. What you do with the information is on you. We're gonna try and teach you how to win in these courts and how to stop CPS at the door. But just because we tell you how to do it or we show you how to do it, the ball's in your court. Because at the end of the day, we're not walking in the courtrooms. Of course, they won't let me in a courtroom here.
Yeah, they won't either.
Right. So at the end of the day, you have to take how we teach you and put it into your own way of thinking and using the information that we give you, because I don't have a dog in this fight. My dog in this fight is to keep kids home or get them home. That's it. I don't care where they're at in the country.
Yeah, I'll call you. Right. Tell me when I can take it down.
You can take it down, and can you send it to me right now while you're doing that, please? I said please.
I've already sent it to you. You just don't know where you get it. Someone get her some super chats so she can get some new glasses.
I swear to God, I've checked.
Don't you swear to God.
And I'm going to check again.
Everybody, so we're going to have a registration. I'm going to put that up on the website. That's on my list of things to do. And Tiff's going to tell me to do it too. But I will put a registration up there so that we can know how many people are going to be attending that day. So I think that we're going to do some sort of send you some sort of information out. I think that I don't want to guarantee anything, but I think that there is something. So please, like, it doesn't cost anything. But if but you guys to register so we know how many people are gonna be there. I mean, it's not, what do we got, like 2 or 3 hours probably?
It's from 1 to 3.
All right, it's from 1 to 3. You probably should put that on the flyer.
In the first hour, we're gonna do the first 50 of the 154 cases. And then I want the second hour to be for people that have questions, right? Because I don't want people just to hear what we're saying. I want them to be able, if they're not understanding how to use it, how to engage it, whatever they need, right? Because one of the things that you and I talked about when we started Tiff and the Punisher is we want to educate people.
Sure.
And that's what we want to do. And when you register, put your email addresses in there too. So because a lot of the stuff is already in all our files. So we'll have to email, unless you're in person here in Winchester, Virginia with me. We'll have to email you this stuff.
You know what? I'm gonna see if I can't get a hold of DoorDash or one of these things, and everybody that signs up, maybe we can get like a $5 or $10 gift certificate or something that they can get lunch delivered or something.
Yeah. Yes, Alicia, it's going to be live here online on YouTube, and I'm going to be down at the Hanley Library
Should be
um,
handling.
with the people from this area. So it's going to be live and in person.
Handling. It's gonna be live and in person, people.
Hmm
24tiff at Gmail. Yep.
24 Tiffany at Gmail. Also, Tiff and Punisher at Gmail.
I always forget about that one.
You set it up.
It's Tiff in Punisher, right?
Tiff and Punisher.
Okay. Fine.
And those of you that are on my Facebook page can send me their email address too. Like I have, because some of the stuff is in my messenger too that I can send out.
That's good.
Yeah, Darren's going to put a registry up so we know how many people are going to be online for the seminar/rally on the 2nd. And I'm going to put it on Facebook too. So Darren's going to make me a host so that I can invite people from my area to come out.
Make her host. Yes.
I
host
do
us.
know that one of the papers that we are handing out,
Yep.
thank God for Darren because I screwed it all up. Good God. And Darren had to fix it. I'm so sorry. Because me and the
Alright.
White Owl got into a fight. So
She's not good with it.
no,
Nobody
I'm
ever
not.
send her any of that stuff.
No. So we are sending out, because I don't know what school district everybody's in, but my school starts on August 14th here. So we are sending out a letter that you have to get notarized, and it pretty much says that you do not contract with CPS, even though the school does. You are contracting with the school. You are not contracting with CPS, and nobody from the principal to the janitor outside of education is allowed to talk to your child without you being present, or you will sue them.
Yep.
So we
and
are
we'll
handing those out.
handle. And I was thinking when it's funny you were just saying that because I just happened to come across this that I forgot, and I just was attaching this to the email. If I can open it here. Apparently I can't. What the fudge is going on here? I just was looking at it, so I cannot open it. I should be able to. Anyway, we have that little card that your kids put in their backpack or put the tag on. I'm trying to show you it, but I seem to not be able to open it. Oh, here we go. There we go. Now there's 1,000 of them. Thank you for clicking on it 1,000 times, Darren. Right here, we have this, guys. Here. Pull this up in full size here. It's very nice. Somewhere, share. There it is. Right here. See this? We made these little cards right here.
Yeah.
So you put that in your kid's backpack or in their whatever. You know what? I need to add a little Tiff and the Punisher logo on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay, put them right here. But yeah, there's the Fifth Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the First Amendment. Nothing rude or vile on it. Doesn't say any sort of swears like shit, fuck, damn, any of that stuff. So your kids can put it in there. It's for people under the age 18. And it just says pretty much, I respectfully request that all questions be directed to my parent or legal guardian. They will respond on my behalf with the guidance of our attorney to ensure my rights are upheld. Please contact, and you write your information in there and with the signature. Slap that baby in with your kids in their backpack and put it on whatever else you want. And bada bing, bada boom.
Yep. And actually, I think I have that, so I think I'm going to have to print that too.
Yeah,
I think you did send me that.
Well, I just was sending you another one.
That's fine.
Mommy, you're right. Homeschool them babies.
I'm in Winchester, Virginia. So the rally's going to be in Winchester at Hanley Library. But we're also going to be live.
Henry. God damn it, Henry. I'm gonna write down my list. I gotta get a hold of Henry. Mike, I am just see. I really do need a secretary. I miss Carrie, man. Don't I miss Carrie? She would be in her heyday right now with as busy as we've been. But that's probably why we get busier and busier because she's up there pushing people on us. So Carrie, you know we're not having anybody like you around doing all the back end stuff. So stop.
Right.
Yeah, she was awesome. Oh man. Anyway, no, please, guys, keep sending your stuff. Absolutely, we love it. It means that we're getting places and we're doing things. But yeah, if you guys want these cards, register with us, Henry. I'm gonna get you that card. But that's why we want you guys to register so we can send you guys a bunch of stuff instead of doing it piece by piece.
Yeah.
Our back to school extravaganza.
Yeah.
That's a
Because
good one. That's good.
the most important thing is that everybody understand the school is not going to tell you that they contract with CPS. Your doctor is not going to tell you, your daycare, anybody like that. They all have contracts with CPS. The banks have contracts with child support. You all have to understand that they all contract through CPS, through the state. I'm just going to say through the state. I don't care what agency it is. They all have contracts with the state.
It's really disgusting.
It is disgusting.
I can't believe that there's actually. I can't believe that there's actually bills that were passed to mandate these people to do that. I mean, I can't believe that that was what took place there, like in the CASPA or whatever it was that I found that other day. I don't remember what the hell it was. Remember I found it on the CASPA? Is that what it was?
I think so. It's just disgusting that we as a people have let shit get so out of control and not stood up. It just blows my mind. But then again, I asked a group of people one day, who all here knows what their constitutional rights are? And not one person knew what their constitutional rights are.
Yeah, and we're going to send that out too. That needs to be part of the book too. Is the Constitution needs to go on the things that need to go in the registration packet. I think, right? A copy of the Constitution.
Yeah.
The Bill of Rights.
Yeah, because our rights don't just come from the Constitution, right? They come from our Creator. And I'm not talking about your parents. I'm talking about your God, whatever God you worship or whatever higher power you have, right? And people really don't know this. I didn't even know this until I took the course. 34% of the Constitution came from the Bible.
Yeah, of course you did.
Yeah.
You didn't know.
No, not until I took the course.
Wow, that's something, Jeff, that you didn't know that.
Yeah. And then I saw a post today, and I posted it on my Facebook page. It says the Constitution was not created to restrict the people. It was written to restrict the government to protect the people. And that's what we have to go back to.
Here's well, here's the cover, guys. Jeff hasn't even seen this yet.
I haven't. I love it.
Yeah, this is our book that we're just finishing up. That's just working on its last bits of being published. But it's the Constitution, a guide for the rights of Americans, and it's by us, and we've gone through it, and we explain the Constitution to you in its entirety and how it's done, and this will be out in the next couple of weeks. Maybe I'll put a pre-order thing up or something for everybody. But there's the cover. So Tiff, there's the cover. I'll send it to you, so you have a copy of it. See you wearing the little Liberty Bell T-shirt and everything.
I see that. That is so cute.
And then I got the Constitution in my hand, it out there, showing it to everybody, and the little guys here. Yep. So this thing will break down the Constitution all for you guys the way that you want it. So, Merry Christmas, Tiff.
Oh, well, thank you, Darren.
Yep. So we do have a lot of things coming, guys. We got a lot of stuff, and we got, like the other shows are doing a lot of things too. So,
Oh, speaking of that, and if Sharon is watching this or Gunner, I'm gonna call Sharon in a few minutes. She actually wants us to come on her show, Beauties and Ashes. And I said,
mhm,
well, that's funny because I was gonna talk to you about coming on our show too. And I
hey,
want her to be one of the guest speakers when we
hell
continue
yeah.
to do these rallies because people don't understand, or they do understand, they just
Mhm,
don't completely understand. In
mhm,
order to fight this corruption, you have to keep your mind, body, and soul in good
mhm.
shape at all times,
So
right?
important.
Because if they mentally drain you, that means you're physically sick, you're tired, you don't want to get out of bed, you don't want to do anything. But at the end of the day, this fight is not just for you, it is for your children. If nothing else, get your ass out of bed every morning.
Hmm.
That's what has to be the what does it. Your kids.
Hmm. It's absolutely, and it's you don't realize how run down and ragged this makes you. I mean, I know that I forget who just said it up there. I'm sorry that I forgot who said it, but they were just like, this has been a 698-day fight, I think, since their kids have been taken, and I bet you that they haven't stopped. Like I don't remember which one of you guys said that. I'm sorry. I know Debbie Anderson never stops. I mean, she's going all the time. I know Classic Mommy isn't, and Henry. I mean, there doesn't get much more than him, and he's man, he's up there in some stuff. Like Henry's got a lot on his plate there just to deal with one child, but dealing with what he deals with, and man, he's fighting every day for it. And his kid's home. Like, and so he's man, all these parents, we know every one of you got a goddamn, you got good, you guys got great stuff going for you and being these fighters, but you can't continue to be fighting if you're run down, you're ragged, you're not eating right, you're not mentally right, you're not mentally sound. And, we all get that way. And it's okay that you do, but you need to realize when you're falling down that road, how you got to pick yourself back up and put yourself back together.
Hell, just call me. Just call me. I'll get you right back on the right track.
Yeah, she'll yell at you.
Yeah.
The
I'm
Tiff
not gonna
School of Hard
yell.
Knocks. Stay tuned for the next book, guys. Tiff School of Hard Knocks. How to live the Tiff way.
But but listen, I have my days too, right? I can't say there's been times where I'm like, nothing's changing. Every time we make one step back forward, that they knock me back 100 steps. They're just I just can't do it anymore. And then I get it's like God knows, right? He's like, oh hell no, you're
Yeah,
not. And
yeah.
somebody calls me, and I'm like, all right, let's get this done.
It's almost like being hungover, right? Never again am I drinking, but you're hungover that day, and you're like,
Yeah,
I'm just the worst day ever. I know you don't drink, but for those people that do, you're always having that. I'm never touching beer again, and that's the famous last words.
right.
You know,
Right. But and that's how I feel. I mean, I've been doing this 36 years, man. I've had plenty of my days where like, you know what? I'm just done. Nobody's listening. They don't care. The fight is over, and then I'll get a phone call and it just lights that fire right back under my behind. But now my new song is hold on and I'll play. Oh, I don't have my other phone. It is the Tiff and the Punisher show. When I hear my phone ring, I'm like, woohoo!
it's like a siren. Yeah,
Woo! Who's calling?
man, we got one. That's awesome. That is so good. I'm gonna put that up on. I'm gonna put the Tip and the Punisher song on the website too.
I
Um,
love that song.
it is very good.
I
It's
even
just,
got Tiff and the Punisher on my phone. Look, well, you might not be able to see it, but
I do too. It's on mine too. That's what
yeah.
my screensaver is. Yep, sure is.
And then the one of my
Um,
husband that you did, I put on my other phone.
oh yeah, I'm gonna pull that up for everybody. Everybody go see that. Now I said that this was creepy because I put the picture of me in the back of this. See if you can. Looks like Where's Waldo, except for it's Where's the Punisher. Let's
And
see
then I'll
here.
tell you what my husband said.
Hold on, let me get it up here.
Oh, you're funny, Henry. I haven't been back in that pool since that day.
I thought I just clicked on the picture. Where the hell is it? Oh, hold on, I get a good picture of it. Oh yeah, I want the one that you were all in it. And where is it? There it is. No, that's the one. Yeah, that must be it right there. Okay. Oh no, it can't be previewed. What do you mean we can't look at this file? Oh, there it is. Oh, just 12 of them up now. Good, perfect. Get one of them at least. That would be good. There we go. Now here we are. Oh Jesus, yeah, there's a lot of them. Here we go. There we go. Now I put my. Do you all see where I am in the picture here? I don't want to take away from Tiff and her husband here, but do you see? And he's wearing the little shirt. See that? He's got the little shirt with the logo in it and everything. But do you guys see where I am? Right? Where's the Punisher here? Right? You know, even I should have put myself in the reflection in the window here too. It does really look kind of creepy. But anyway, your husband said what?
He said no. The picture of Darren is not creepy. What's creepy is the picture of him looks just like him. And no lie, the picture that I sent him was just a picture of his face and his red hat that says "Make America Great Again." That's all he had to go off of.
Oh man, it's funny. Man, it is funny. Did you see the little Tiff and Punisher sticker in the window of his van?
I
See that
did.
back
I said, "Look, babe, look." But yeah, I love that picture. That's the one that's
Oh,
on my other phone.
what is classic mommy's saying something here, and it's very
Oh,
important, I guess. It says again, please hear this. Beware of safe spaces. Most of the employees volunteer with CASA, and they advocate for the store to contract with CPS. Um, oh, hi, Susie. Um, I've heard of this safe spaces thing, and what is that? Um,
I know she's not talking about that bullshit phone number that's up in the bathrooms that lead you to Trevor's space, because my
no,
sister
that's for a
called
good
that.
time call or something like that, too.
Yeah, and
I
there's
can't remember.
pedophiles on there.
No, I think Safe Spaces is something that like a new program that DHS is doing, I believe. I think we just watched a video on this, didn't we?
I not on this show. I don't know what safe spaces are. I'll have to look it up. But it's funny because they must be changing that because
Amen.
however you want to say it, and the GAL program have just lost all their federal funding.
Hmm. Hey, check out Tamara Vanderbrink says I definitely have her days about once or twice a week. Then God helps me pull out of it, and I tell myself this isn't going to solve anything. Keep fighting and keep on going.
Good
That's right.
girl.
That's it. Dang right. Oh man. Ah man, classic mommy. What is that? I know we talked about the safe spaces, or maybe we did it on another show. I don't know, but I want to know about the safe spaces thing.
Okay,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, the small
no.
yellow triangle on the front door.
So are they safe or are they not safe?
I think they're CPS driven.
That's what I thought. The first thing I'm going to say is I don't trust anybody. Okay. And this is horrible for me to say. Even sometimes I want to jump in with my kids. They're doing a great job. But sometimes I'm like, oh my God, what if, right? So I had to stop doing that because I've raised my kids right. Oh, with the exception of one, I don't know what happened. But when I want to go somewhere, I only trust two people to ever watch the two that I have, right? And that's it. Because you really can't trust everybody or anybody because these kids are a gift from God. And this is why I don't advocate for parents who really are hurting their children. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm ready to whoop your ass. But with that being said, I don't trust anybody that has anything to do with the government. Even the only police officer I trust is my dad. Okay. And he's not even a police officer anymore. Other than that, I don't trust anybody. I don't trust doctors, lawyers, police, judges. I don't trust anybody.
Do you know what safe spaces is?
No, but I'm about to look it up.
It's the equal logo is a registered trademark of equal. Safe space emblem is used to let colleagues know you support others in the workplace, regardless of their sexual orientation, gender identity, characteristics of expression. Uh, it's an education and support group that addresses workplace environments issues affecting gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender employees and their families and friends. Are you kidding me? A safe space emblem in your office. Uh, do not permit sexist, homophobic, transphobic jokes or look it. I don't come into freaking this show and talk about how me and my wife had sex last night. It's nobody's damn business at all, ever. So why we're making people's sexual orientation everybody else's concern, it's disgusting. That's for you and your mate in the bedroom, period. I don't give a shit if you fuck goats. I don't care. But I don't want to hear about it. It's none of my business. Go home and do it, but do it amongst yourselves. You don't need to let the world know who you're banging. It's nobody's business. And this is just ridiculous that we've even brought everything to this level. And the fact that we're teaching our children this stuff is disgusting. Like it is absolutely disgusting. I mean, I don't care what your sex orientation is. I don't. Just be a good human being and we'll be fine. There's nothing else that I care about. I certainly don't care what you do in the bedroom behind closed doors. And I don't want to know.
Me
So
neither.
stop. Like just stop with that stuff, man. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Classic Mommy. The hell with the safe space program. When I grew up in Nebraska, um, when I was a child in Nebraska, there was a we had a serial killer that lived in our neighborhood. His name was John Jubert, and they call it the Siege of Omaha. You can check it out. And it was like 160 days, I believe, something like that. And the guy actually ended up his office was across the hall from my dad's at Offutt Air Force Base. And the guy did the Boy Scouts and he did all of this stuff. And um, it was terrible. He kidnapped the kids in the morning, and then in the afternoon he would keep them in his van at work on the base, and then he would go and he would leave, and then he would torture and play games on the kids' chests and all this. It was a very scary thing. I was like 4 or 5, but I can remember it like it was yesterday. And we actually had to have the MPs or the security police would come and they would pick up a group of us kids, and then they would escort us to the. Because back then they didn't have Hummers; they had what they called peacekeepers. Same type concept, but a little bit different. But anyway, they would come and pick us up instead of school buses and everything. Or if you walked to school, they would have canines with you and stuff. It was pretty like they were just the base was on lockdown at all times. But they had this thing called the Blue Star program. And if you put a blue star in your window, it meant that if you were running from a killer or something, that you were safe to go to this house. I always thought that was the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Because first of all, what a great way to get some kids to run to your door that you can kill by putting a blue star in your window is what I was thinking immediately. And I was just a little kid. And secondly, now you're lining up to the killer where the hell that you can go, so they know where you're going to try to run to because the blue stars are in there. They made such a big deal about this blue star program. I just couldn't believe it as a little kid. So then I looked for all the windows that didn't have the blue star, and I never had to run from anybody, but I knew all the windows that didn't have them, and I'm like, those are the places I'm going to go. So the relevance in that story is next to nothing other than the fact that people put stuff in their windows.
Right. CASA did lose their funding, and so did the GALs. The problem is their money was already allocated to them through the Biden administration. So I watched something on our news, local news, that said case CASA, whatever, GALs were on there. And they were like, oh my God, well, we don't know what we're going to do when the money runs out. You're going to quit. That's what you're going to do. You're not helping American kids. Just fucking quit.
Yeah.
And Pam Bondi did it. Look it up. Google Pam Bondi stopping federal funds for CASA, whatever, and GALs. It's all online.
Mm-hmm.
So, Darren, make sure that you register so we can talk about more. Maybe you'll get more out of that because I was appalled. Um, but we can talk about that on Monday. Oh, So make sure you register for that because I gotta go. It's 12:30. I've been in meetings
Oh
all
shoot,
day.
fire. What are we doing? Something's happening on Monday, I thought.
Um,
Is it a surprise?
I don't remember right now.
All right, get out of here, Tiff.
Yeah. We'll be back on Monday, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next Monday. Keep CPS out of your house, please. Thank you very much.
We live in a time where we question our frame. When they ask us what our rights are, they say, yeah, don't need them. What a mistake that is to say. We live in a land we ought to be free. It's not seeming that's how it is shaping to be. The Constitution is supposed to guide us. Our government is taking it away and trying to deprive us. Our kids are taken every day by CPS agents looking for prey. They don't give a damn about the Constitution. We have found the one and only solution. There's a couple of people you should know. Tiff and the Punisher is their show. They want to stop CPS from stealing our kids, fighting beside us and trying to guide us. Tiff has a heart of gold. She blasts these caseworkers when they are wrong. She beats them down with her knowledge, better than the kids who are in college. The Punisher is abolished all the way. He's been here for years, they took his daughter away. He came from the darkness he was in. Now it's time to make parenting great again. Together, they making a commotion, telling all the parents use the Constitution potion. You have rights, did you know? Learn to use them on Tiff and Punisher show. We all admit the times are hard. No little children in the front yard. Tiff and Punisher are fighting so hard. They are waging war, on their side is God. They don't stop if they get in trouble. They are fighting for the children, double trouble. The strength they need, they get from each other. They have each other's back like sister and brother. They are Tiff and the Punisher, saving the families from corruption. They want you to join their movement, no repercussion. You need to learn the thing called the Constitution. Inside that document is our solution. CPS, we have your number. We are coming for you, hear our thunder. Your fate is sealed, have a nice day. You won't break another family. No more trauma for kids, that's like blasphemy. Keep your thoughts to your own ideals. Soon enough you'll be clicking your heels, because you need to go to jail. All of us fathers will be chugging down an ale. The mothers will squeeze their young ones tight, as CPS workers are locked down for the night. They had a choice they didn't make. Now they spend their days in crates and know it's wrong to kidnap. So from all of us, this is your payback. There's a couple of people you should know. Tiff and the Punisher is their show. They want to stop CPS from stealing our kids, fighting beside us and trying to guide us. Tiff has a heart of gold. She blasts these caseworkers when they are wrong. She beats them down with her knowledge, better than the kids who are in college. The Punisher is abolished all the way. He's been here for years, they took his daughter away. He came from the darkness he was in. Now it's time to make parenting great again. Together, they making a commotion, telling all the parents use the Constitution potion. You have rights, did you know? Learn to use them on Tiff and Punisher show. That's all we need to get on with this fight. The document that most people coil barely read in light. Pick the parts that pertain to your case, show them the results and spit in their face. We are Tiff and the Punisher, fighting together, displaying our unity with the birds of a feather. If it's a million, that's great, but one is just the same. We'll bring these kids home and know every name. We will smoke every social worker in court, their heads down with no support. The country knows CPS is doing wrong. If they don't, then play them our song. We are Tiff and the Punisher.
Rattlesnake flags are flying high underneath the starry sky. Nation's heart beat loud and free. don't tread on me. Abolish things that chain us down. Families torn can't stick around. Freedom's call we won't ignore. Fighting strong forevermore. We stand our ground, we won't give in to injustices soaked in sin. Raise your voice for liberty. Don't tread on me. Don't tread on me. Electric roar and passion's cry. Limps and drums, they pierce the sky. In our hearts, brave and bold, freedom's fire will uphold. Children's laughter, lost in fear. Parents' cries, you'll never hear. We are fighting for their tears, uniting hearts throughout the years. We stand our ground, we won't give in to injustices soaked in sin. Raise your voice for liberty. Don't tread on me. Don't tread on me.